Good morning, Pantsers. It's Tuesday. Now, I always like it when you talk about books. You always have a lot of interesting things to say, and you're always seems like you're always doing challenges and stuff like that, which is a lot more interesting than anything I ever do. I just sort of read whatever happens to come to hand. A lot of times that's something that I've already read like 14 times before. I have read Wuthering Heights. I read it once when I was in high school. I didn't read it for class or anything like that. I just read it because I'd never read it and it was a classic and I wanted to read it. And I remember not being hugely into it, but I don't really remember that much about it. It's been, a long time since I read it. But I think your idea of, reading the Brontes is kind of an interesting one. I hope you will keep us updated on it. I'm really looking forward to your video about Wuthering Heights. I think a lot of people read the Brontes in school, and I never did, but my school didn't really have a lot of classes where whole books were assigned. I can only remember one class when I was in middle school where it was actually called reading, and we had one book each semester. We read The Secret Garden, which I had already read I don't even know how many times, and we read Murder on the Orient Express the second semester, which I thought was kind of a strange choice. And then when I was in high school, we read Romeo and Juliet my freshman year, well, most of Romeo and Juliet. We actually ran out of time because we were going so slowly, and we had to skip part of the middle, so that was nice. And then my junior year, we read Hamlet. Those are the only classes I can think of where we were, assigned an entire book as opposed to just reading excerpts or whatever out of, our textbook, which is weird. I feel like I get the impression when other people talk about school that they were assigned a lot more books in their English classes. We really didn't do that. So all the classics that I read on my own. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing you talk more about books, so I hope you will do that. So I'm glad that you're doing okay. I'm glad your cat is okay, and I hope the rest of you are doing okay. And I will see you next week. Don't forget to be awesome.